What's up, guys? This is Mr. Darth Ranger, and today I want to make this video out to all you fellow Halo fanatics out there. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about, um, why Halo has been such a big game for me, and why I just keep going back to it, why I just never get bored of it. I know there's some people out there that are saying that the Halo franchise or Halo name, whatever you want to call it, is starting to, in other words, decline, I guess you could call it. Um, but personally, I kind of like the direction that it's going in, um, mainly because it doesn't seem as repetitive as the other Halos were. Now, I've been playing Halo ever since, oh god, second grade maybe? Yeah, I was in second grade, and I remember the first time I played Halo was over at my friend's house on his Xbox. Now, at this time, I did not have an Xbox yet, so I had no idea about all of this. I had a Sega Genesis PlayStation 1. That was it. Um, but so I go over. He was a pretty good friend of mine. But I went over there and we would play Xbox, and I've never heard of Halo before. And his mom just got him Halo for his birthday. It was the first Halo, and so he was like, "Oh well, want to play this game called Halo?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." And we were playing co-op split screen. We were going through the campaign, Halo CE. You know how it is. Um, and I started to really like it. Like it was different. Like this was the first game that I actually played where like the graphics were just so immersing for me at the time, and the story just sucked me in. Master Chief is just like that kind of character that a lot of people um, can admire, I guess. I mean, he's like a hero figure, so. But yeah, so even as a little kid, um, it was mainly about just playing that over and over and over again. And, me and my friends, when we were still that little, we'd go outside, pretend to be Master Chief, Marines, all that. And then I started to get older, and by this time I had already gotten my Xbox and Halo, of course. I've beaten it tons and tons of times. Then I find out they're making a Halo 2. Now, I didn't know this until that same friend of mine told me that they were coming out with a Halo 2. I was like, no way. So he's like, oh yeah, you gotta check out this video, check out this video. And I saw the video, and yeah, you guys could probably guess what video it was. It was that video where it was kind of like a demo of a Halo 2 mission, and that mission never ended up being in Halo 2, which is a shame because, you know, that looks pretty fun. But anyway, so I was anticipating that for, a few months, and the day that it came out, I had school the next day, so I couldn't get it. So I really, really wanted it though, and my uncle, who's a huge gamer, he's kind of a Halo nut too. He goes out to midnight launch, and I was like, oh, can you grab me a copy? Yeah, I'll give him some money, and he said, all right, yeah. So he goes there. Not only does he get me a copy, he got me I still have it too. It's over there somewhere. But yeah, it was that Steelbook Halo 2 Collector's Edition, and it had, the DVD with all that exclusive stuff on it. It had the game. It's awesome. I remember getting that at about like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just could not wait to play Halo 2. So I went and got it at 3 o'clock in the morning. He dropped it in. We had a mailbox that it was just like on the door. You flip up the mailbox, you throw something in. So I heard that drop. So I went out there to see it, and sure enough, bag with Halo 2 in it. So I start playing. I have school the next day, but I'm still playing it, and I got that same feeling back. Only it was a different game. This is when I started getting into playing online, which is where it really kicked off. Because I was always a fan of, you know, playing big team battle, stuff like that, and playing zombies and SWAT, which is like that's been a part of Halo since Halo 3. Those were just playlists you could go to. But uh so yeah, again, Halo 2, basically the same thing. Me and my friends were obsessed with playing the campaign on co-op, playing online. First time I was ever in a clan was probably a year later in that, but I didn't really stick with it because, immature. You just want to play the game when you're that young. You don't really give a fuck. But, yeah, so I ended up playing Halo 2 just that was my life right there. Well, I wouldn't say my life, but good chunk of it when I was younger. I got the DLC that came out for it. One of the DLCs, I don't think I got the last one that came out because it came out like really, really close to when Halo 3 came out, and I had already bought Halo 3 by the time this DLC came out. So, um, yeah, the last time I remember playing Halo 2 was on that. I forget the name. It was a DLC map, some big snow map or whatever. And just custom games. That was back when you could find custom games and everyone would join them. Nowadays, not a lot of people want to play custom games. I mean, just from what I've seen in Halo 4, I haven't really seen too many people doing it, but it's whatever. Sometimes you get people. And then I remember Halo 3 coming out. I was like, no way, they're coming out with Halo 3. And I had already had an Xbox 360 at this time, but you know, I thought Halo was done with, and Halo 3 comes out. And this is when I really started getting into Halo and the online stuff, and you know, the ranking and playing with your friends and stuff like that. This is when we really started making these. We just really started making our clans in Halo 3. I was probably in about 8th or ninth grade by the time Halo 3 came out. And funniest thing, I pre-ordered it to have it shipped to my house. It's there the day Halo 3 comes out. It arrives at my house. Guess what happens? Just take a wild guess what happened to my Xbox. Yep, it red rings on me. 3 red rings of death right when I get Halo 3. I put it in my system, started it up, got to like the first cutscene at like the beginning where Cortana's going like, "Oh, you know me" and stuff like that, and it freezes. And I'm like, "No, what the hell is this?" So I turn it on, turn it off, and then all of a sudden it goes to turn back on. And there's 3 red lights flash. I'm like, "You gotta be shitting me!" So of course you have to send it to Microsoft. It takes like 2 weeks for that to happen, for them to fix it. They have to send me a new one, but that's besides the point. So I had to sit there with this game that I've been waiting for and watching videos on YouTube and all that about Halo 3, waiting for it to come out, and Xbox is getting repaired. And it was just sitting there staring at me. Oh man, it was ridiculous. I just remember, because back at this point, I didn't have a job. I was young, early high school, so over the summer, me and my buddies would be staying up late playing Halo 3. Oh man, just over the summer, we were up all hours of the night. We go and you know play some big team and get people to play some custom games, make some crazy maps with Forge. That was like the biggest thing for me was Forge. That was awesome. That was an awesome touch. I still love that today. Um, and then I remember uh, Halo 3 ODST coming out, and the main reason why I wanted it at first because I wanted to play Reach, and I knew nothing about Reach. I had no idea what it was gonna be. Um, until after I was playing ODST for a little bit, I found out about it. Mainly got ODST because of the Halo 3 maps, and I wanted to get all those Vidmaster achievements because I remember when, I'm pretty sure some of you guys were like this too, you always wanted to get that recon armor. No matter what, you wanted to find out how to do it on Bungie Day. You'd be playing the guys from Bungie trying to get that recon armor. So we ended up doing the Vidmasters, getting it, and yeah, basically around that time is when Halo 3 was starting to die off for me. And then when it came around to Reach, I noticed that it was a little bit different. It started to be, it still had that Halo feel to it, but it was starting to turn into like a Call of Duty kind of thing, because you would choose your loadouts and everything like that. You could sprint now. Um, I mean, honestly, I thought it was awesome like that, but a lot of people weren't liking it because Halo 2 and Halo 3 were so similar that when this new one came out, people are like, oh no, this sucks, Halo 3 is the only good game. Well, yeah, Halo 3 is very good. I still have it, and I still play it time to time. Very, very, very fun. But like I mentioned in one of my other videos when I was doing my Xbox 360 collection, was that if they made all the Halos the same, then what would be the point? If they were going to end it with Halo 3, then just keep it at Halo. If they want it to be like that, they just keep Halo 3 and then just keep adding on multiplayer maps to it, and keep adding on multiplayer maps. But after a while, people are going to get bored. So it's like people are either going to complain that there's something new and they don't like it, or something's going to get too boring. It's impossible to please everybody. Come on. Halo Reach is a good game. People shit talk it all the time because they're like, oh, it's not Halo and all that, and it sucks, and nothing will ever beat Halo 3. Those are people who are, they're stuck in the past. I mean, come on. It's a new game. You don't have to compare every game to Halo 3 just because Halo 3 is a very, very good game. And so, after playing Halo Reach for a little bit, I remember I was in this clan TG, which stood for Tactical Gaming. It's kind of like a military-based clan, whatever. But I liked it because they had call-outs and all that. We'd play Invasion a lot. Yeah, and then after Halo Reach, um, Halo just kind of died for a little bit from me, and I don't know what happened. I just started to lose interest in it. I started to, start falling victim slowly and slowly to that Call of Duty side. I just kept on falling right down into Call of Duty, and everyone knows COD. It just sucks you in, You just keep playing because it's COD. And then I got the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which was kind of cool, but it was like, yeah, I guess it's cool to go back and play that and have achievements and all that, but you know, you're basically playing Halo Combat Evolved but with better graphics. So it's like cool to go back to if it's not a big whoop. And then find out there's a Halo 4 coming out. So I think to myself, wait, so what direction are they going with this? Like Halo 4 didn't like didn't Halo 3 end? Didn't everything end at Halo 3? And when I first saw the trailer for it, it didn't really tell too much. I mean, that poster right behind me, that's kind of from the trailer, and it was talking about like a new enemy or something like that. So I'm like, wait a second, so are the Covenant back, or what's going on? Hold on one second. But anyway, I was like, wait, so what are they gonna do? Hold on one second, guys. Sorry about that. But anyways, like, where are they going with this? Well, what's going to be the new enemy? Are the Floodback Covenant coming back? What's going on? And then it ends up being the Forerunners. So I was like, oh yeah, they were touching on the Forerunners a lot, but they didn't really, explain it that well. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll give this a shot. And blew my mind. Halo 4 is probably the Halo game that has gotten the most smack talked about it, and I think it is awesome. Halo 4 is an awesome, awesome game. I still play it ever since it came out from release. I never got rid of it, and I'm normally someone that, like, I don't own games for that long. I have them and I beat them. I get bored of them. I trade them in and get new games, but there's only a select few games that I keep, and Halo 4 is one of them. Um, they got the new map packs coming out. Like I mentioned in my other video, I ordered the Halo 4 limited edition Xbox 360. That's coming in Friday, so I'll be doing an unboxing for that then. But yeah, I mean, you know, all you Halo fanboys out there would understand. It's just one of those franchises where you get hooked on it at such a young age, and it just sticks with it. It just sticks with you. Like, I could imagine some person, being younger, and they start out with Halo 3 and they don't really understand. Halo 4 comes out and they think it's stupid. I understand that, but it's like, if you've been playing through all the Halos and it's just not the game, but like the story and the franchise, then you would appreciate it more. Like, I have, I go crazy when it comes to. I've gotten the um, Legendary Edition for Halo 3 and Reach. I mean, $150 for both of them. Like, damn, but still, I have the statues hanging up over there. I still have, all the everything that goes with them. And yeah, so I assume, you know what? You get this Halo 4 Xbox 360. But yeah, so in a nutshell, that's kind of where Halo has gotten me now. And when I look back at Halo in the past, and I was just reading on the forums on Waypoint that like a few years ago they shut down the servers completely for Halo 2 because they're just not using the servers for the original Xbox anymore. It's completely shut down. It's just like a ghost town. It's just like nothing's there. Not one person is playing it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, for me at least, it's kind of like an eerie kind of feeling because back then it was just booming and now there's just nobody. Nobody's there on Halo 2. Sad and eerie at the same time because it's sad because it's only a memory and there's no possible way you're going to go back and play Halo 2 as fun as it was. It's just not going to happen. They're not going to put original Xbox servers back up. It's done. Bungie's out of the question too, which kind of sucked for me because the thing about Bungie that I like so much is they were so fan oriented. Like, they did a lot of communications with their fans, and I haven't really seen 343 do too much of that. But maybe that'll change. So that's what I've experienced with the Halo franchise. If you've had similar experiences, please leave a comment, leave me a video response. I'd love to hear about it. Um, and give me your gamer tag. We play some Halo. Be a good time. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, do whatever. Have a good one, guys.